Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that every single one of us has to deal with. Negative criticism. It can sting, it can hurt, and sometimes it feels like a personal attack. But what if I told you that you could not only survive criticism, but actually use it to become stronger, smarter, and more resilient? Stick around, because we're going to break down exactly how to do that, step by step. Let's start with a big idea. Understanding the intent behind the criticism. Not all criticism is created equal. Some of it is genuinely meant to help you grow. Imagine a coach giving a player tough feedback. It's not to tear them down, but to build them up. When you receive criticism, your first job is to ask yourself, is this person trying to help me, or are they just trying to hurt me? This simple question can completely change how you see their words. Someone offering a specific suggestion on your work is very different from someone just leaving a mean comment. Learning to see that difference is the first step to mastering criticism. Next, you have to separate the message from the emotion. This is huge. When someone criticizes us, our brain often floods with defensive feelings, shame, or sadness. It's a natural human reaction. But if we let those emotions take over, we miss the point entirely. The key is to take a mental step back and ask, okay, beyond how this is making me feel, what is the actual information being shared here? Think of it like unwrapping a gift. The wrapping paper might be ugly, but the gift inside could be valuable. Focus on the gift, not the wrapping. It's about being an objective observer of the feedback, not a victim of it. This leads directly to my next point. Control your immediate reaction. Have you ever fired off an angry reply and regretted it a minute later? We all have. Our initial emotional response is rarely our best one. The most powerful thing you can do when you receive criticism is to simply pause. Don't say anything. Don't type anything. Just breathe. Take a minute, an hour, or even a day. This pause gives the emotional storm a chance to pass, allowing your logical brain to come back online. When you do respond, you'll be able to do it from a place of clarity and control, not anger or defensiveness. A simple thanks for the feedback. I'll think about that as often the strongest and most mature response you can give. Now, once you've calmed down, it's time to look for the truth in the feedback. This can be the hardest part, especially if the criticism was delivered harshly. But even the meanest comments can sometimes contain a tiny nugget of truth. Your job is to be a detective and find it. Maybe someone called your presentation boring, which is rude. But is there a kernel of truth there? Could you have made your slides more engaging or practiced your delivery more? Being honest with yourself and willing to find that small area for improvement is a superpower. It means you can grow from any situation, no matter how negative it feels at first. Don't throw away the entire message just because you don't like the messenger. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to accept everything. It's just as important to identify unconstructive or toxic criticism. Some comments aren't feedback. They're just insults. They're vague, personal, and offer no value. Comments like, "You're a failure," or "This is just terrible," aren't constructive. They are designed to hurt, not to help. Your job here is simple. Learn to recognize this kind of toxic noise and ignore it completely. It's like digital trash. You wouldn't dig through someone's garbage can, so don't waste your mental energy digging through their toxic comments. Develop a filter that automatically sorts feedback into two piles, potentially useful and pure noise. Then, mentally delete the noise. A huge part of ignoring toxic criticism is learning not to take it personally. This is a game changer. Most of the time, negative criticism says more about the person giving it than it does about you. Their comments are often a reflection of their own insecurities, their bad day, or their personal biases. Someone who is happy and secure in their own life rarely feels the need to tear others down. When you realize that their negativity is their baggage, not yours, it becomes so much easier to let it go. You are not defined by someone else's opinion. Your worth comes from within, not from external validation. And that brings us to building emotional resilience. Think of resilience as your emotional immune system. The stronger it is, the less likely you are to get sick from negative comments. How do you build it? By focusing on your self-confidence and self. Remind yourself of your strengths, your past accomplishments, and your unique value. Practice positive self. The more you believe in yourself, the less power other people's opinions will have over you. When you have a strong inner foundation, a gust of wind from a negative comment won't be able to knock you over. It's a continuous practice, like going to the gym for your mind. Now, what if the criticism seems valid, but it's a bit vague? Don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions. If you in a situation where it's as appropriate, like at work or with a mentor, a scheme for more details shows that you reopen to growing. Instead of just getting defensive, you can say something like, "Thank you for that feedback. When you said the report was unclear, could you give me an example of a section you found confusing? I'd really like to understand so I can improve it." This not only gives you specific, actionable information, but also turns a potentially negative interaction into a collaborative and positive one. It shows confidence and a commitment to excellence. Here's a really powerful mindset shift. Start using criticism as motivation. Every successful person in history has faced a mountain of criticism and doubt. The difference is, they didn't let it stop them. They used it as fuel. When someone tells you that you can't do something, let that light a fire under you. Let it drive you to work harder, get smarter, and prove them wrong. Turn their negativity into your energy source. Think of it this way. Criticism is just data. It's information you can use to refine your approach and double down on your efforts. Let their doubt become your determination. Another practical step you can take is to surround yourself with positive influences. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your circle is filled with negative, critical people, it's going to be incredibly difficult to maintain a positive mindset. It's time to upgrade your environment. Spend more time with friends who lift you up, mentors who support you, and communities that inspire you. Unfollow negative accounts on social media. Consciously curate the voices you allow into your life. When your default environment is positive and encouraging, the occasional negative comment loses its power. It just becomes background noise. And while you're building a positive environment, please don't forget to practice self-compassion. Be as kind to yourself as you would be to a good friend. When you receive criticism, it's easy to start beating yourself up and replaying your mistakes. Don't fall into that trap. Acknowledge the feedback. Learn from it if you can, but then let it go. Talk to yourself with kindness. Say, "Okay, that was a learning experience. I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I'll do better next time." Treating yourself with compassion, especially when others are not, is essential for maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. You are your own greatest ally. Finally, and this might be the most important point of all, focus on your goals, not on the opinions. At the end of the day, you have a path, a vision, a purpose. The critics are just spectators on the sidelines. If you stop every time a dog barks, you'll never finish your journey. Keep your eyes fixed on where you're going. Let your goals be your North Star. Are the comments you're receiving helping you get closer to that goal? If yes, use them. If no, ignore them and keep moving forward. Don't let the noise from the cheap seats distract you from what you're trying to build. Your focus is your most valuable asset. Protect it fiercely. So, to recap, understand the intent. Separate the message from the emotion. Pause before you react. Look for the truth. Ignore the trash. And don't take it personally. Build your resilience. Ask questions. Use as fuel. Surround yourself with positivity. Be kind to yourself. And above all, stay focused on your goals. Dealing with criticism isn't easy, but it is a skill you can develop. And once you do, it will unlock new levels of growth and confidence you never thought possible. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content to help you level up in life. Let me know in the comments which one of these tips resonated with you the most. I'll see you in the next one.